Hello, my name is Jessica Blyther, and this is my screencast on my STEM perspective. I currently teach 3rd grade at Melrose Elementary in the Harrisburg School District. I had the opportunity this year to have my class be part of a STEM mentoring program through C Research. This program allows my students to explore STEM with the assistance of high school mentors. I also teach STEM at a summer camp in the city. I've always been interested in math and science, so pursuing a STEM endorsement seemed like a no-brainer. Outside of school, I enjoy staying active. I coach swimming after school in Carlisle. I am also a Girls on the Run coach and buddy. My boyfriend and I have an adorable mini golden doodle that keeps us very busy. My favorite candy bar is a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, if that counts as a candy bar. How do students learn science? Students learn through observation, imagination, and reasoning, as Donovan and Bradsford describe it on page 405. Experiments and the scientific method are often too structured and involve written down step-by-step instruction to really allow students the opportunity to observe, imagine, and reason about science. Donovan and Bradsford also explain learning as allowing students to challenge their preconceptions with authentic inquiry that allows them to challenge their experiences. Metacognition can be simply defined as thinking about thinking. Students need to have opportunities to reflect, explain, and monitor their own understanding and ideas. Educators and teachers are challenged with many barriers in teaching science. First, teachers must engage any preconceptions students have in order for them to understand science. Donovan and Bradsford explain that how people learn emphasizes that instruction that does not explicitly address a preconception will fail to refine or replace that idea. They use the example of the fish story to convey that initial understandings lead to false ideas and further understandings. This notion leads to the challenge of engaging prior understandings. I really like the quote on page 4 in chapter 1 that reads, "New understandings are constructed on the foundation of existing understandings and experiences." A barrier that I see specific to the students in my classroom today is the lack of prior knowledge and the lack of experiences. The final barrier I would like to point out is the challenge of perceived advantages of the scientific method. The step-by-step procedure is viewed as a strong science-engaging inquiry-based activity. I understand the problem with structured step-by-step instruction. The imagination, observation, and reasoning is taken away. I have noticed that there are many strategies and experiments I do that do not adhere to the tenets in this module. I have my class do experiments and use the scientific method to investigate. I usually give them a question that they must plan, investigate, and build a solution to. This does not allow them to observe or wonder about a phenomenon. My classroom does adhere to the importance of metacognition. I allow and challenge my students to critique their claims and reflect on their thinking. I ask questions and have taught them to ask questions of themselves. They understand self-monitoring and take ownership of their learning. As Donovan and Bradford state as Principle 3 on page 12, my students try to take the opportunity to learn and grow and to become effective learners. My STEM perspective is a transdisciplinary program like Bybee shows on figure 8.9. Currently, this is my goal. This is where I want to get in my teaching of STEM. I know there are a lot of things I need to improve on to teach differently in order to truly teach STEM as a transdisciplinary program. My current school views STEM as a separate science discipline that has incorporated other disciplines as figure 8.3 depicts. Our STEM lab is commonly called the science lab as well. The term is interchanged because most of the projects and investigations done in the lab are science-based. Overall, my STEM perspective is one of questioning, observation, and inquiry. Thank you.